Hi Gemini, my name is Luciani Porte. I'm here to give you your reading for December 31st to January 6, 2019. Thank you so much for stopping and checking the channel out. If you like it, subscribe, leave a comment below. If you're looking for a personal reading, I left my information below this video. So let's get right into it. Geminis, what is your reading? Your spirit guides and messages for the week of December 31st to January 6, 2019. Spirit guides, what is Gemini's messages, spirit advice for December 31st to January 6, 2019. Okay, so we're starting off with some sort of imbalance, some sort of false truth, some kind of access of physical enjoyment. Somebody is like really overdoing it. A lot of pleasures that are going on very in excess amounts. But there's some sort of peace that's also here for you, but it's going to come at a cost. Geminis, you might be just coming out of something really heavy. For others, this can mean you have to weather some storms that are being created. Also, really harnessing your imagination through practical considerations is occurring here, because in your present moment, there's some sort of infidelity, somebody's addiction, some kind of addictions, low vibrational energies, low vibes, low energy in terms on a physical realm, someone who just not like really, I would say vitality wise. And in the future, you're seeing like the Six of Fire in the reverse here. That could possibly mean that someone, I would say there's some sort of delay or a fear of some kind of fear here, or some sort of delay that's occurring. What accomplishes is that this Judgment card, well, this is karma in this particular deck, the Yoruba deck, but traditionally this is signifying judgment, the Judgment card. And with that Judgment card here in the reverse, it just kind of, it seems like there's some sort of failure to find happiness, some sort of separation, some kind of weakness that's going on. Somebody's physical health has to be, someone is like overdoing it in your environment, whether this is you or whether this is somebody in your environment, but someone is really overdoing and having too much fun in terms of fidelity wise. Like in terms of like, say if you're in a relationship and someone is just really not being faithful, so that could also be it too. Here with the Justice card, in the reverse, how you're feeling is really kind of like, it's like it's the Chariot in traditional tarot. So with that Chariot energy being in the reverse, it's kind of like some kind of sudden collapse of a project, some kind of decadent desires, very some sort of unethical victory, very revengeful. So I'm really seeing that someone is really tapping into some really excess of desires that's bringing forth like this weakness, that's weakening you. If this could be you, this could be someone in your environment, this could be a partner. But someone is really not taking care of themselves, some sort of addiction. It could be addiction to sex, it could be addiction to just having a very wonderful time, but it's actually weakening them, weakening you, if this is you in this particular case. This Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands, there's some sort of new passion that is needed here. There's some kind of beginning of an enterprise, creation, or invention. There's some sort of fortune that could be possibly happening, some kind of inheritance you run into or know of as your spirit advice, or this is for you. It's kind of like you might have to start a beginning of some sort of another passion outside of this bad karmic imbalanced energy that's occurring in your environment, and you know that peace is needed, but at some sort of grave cost. You're feeling very bounded and imprisoned and encaged to this person or this job. It's just like weird, or you feeling imprisoned yourself, some sort of crisis or waste of energy. You feel like you wasted your energy on someone who's so trivial or something, or you feel like you always have to censor yourself, which is like, for you, it's kind of like, wow, this is very annoying. With that Chariot in reverse, I think I went into saying, like, yet again, there's some sort of unethical victory, some kind of decadent desires, some kind of collapse of a project. With the Five of Earth here in the reversal, we have, that's Five of Pentacles in the reversal, but there's some sort of regaining of a position. There's some sort of new employment, some kind of new interest in the business or spiritual matters. So whatever is occurring, there's some sort of newness that comes, some sort of regained thing that you receive. And the Nine of Water in the reverse in the middle is kind of it's kind of like some sort of mistakes or imperfections in present plans, or some sort of overindulgence. Wow, that's really, really, really very, very consistent here. Gemini, there's some kind of overindulgence. It could be infidelity indulgence. It's somebody who's overeating, someone who's over drinking, just really overdoing it, and it's really causing a weakness within you. And you're creating this bad harmony within self, and you're starting to be aware of it. And you really got to just go to your strength, finding new passions, finding something that, you know, that really entertains you in a way that you don't have to like seduce yourself into these excessive things that are occurring, if that makes sense. So let's just clarify this for a quick second. So yeah, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Moon card comes out again with the Moon card, which is crazy, right? The Moon clarifying the Moon. The Queen of Cups. The Ace of Wands. Six of Wands. Six of Swords. And the Strength card that comes out. Three of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. We have the Emperor in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So, Geminis, what is going on? There's so many disputes. So many disputes. Someone's jealous, quarrels. Somebody is just very jealous. Just like really not getting along with each other. Some sort of imbalanced energies. The Moon here that's clarifying the Moon in reverse is kind of like, it's sadness here. There's some sort of deception that's going on. And with the Queen of Cups energy, it's kind of like you're seeing it. You're seeing it. You're very wise and loving and a great wife and lover, and you're viewing this person in your life as just, you're so unbalanced. You have no energy. You're not fertile or vitality wise, or there's no information that I can extract from you to be a better woman, or this is a man feeling like this. Like, I'm desiring this Queen of Cups energy, someone who is going to pour love into my family and myself, and until then, if I don't find it, I'm just going to be like this um, infidelity type of energy where I don't really want to make too many commitments to people because they're not really showing me what I need. And this moon energy is very heavy energy. Very, very, very heavy energy here. You're going into that feminine mindset, that creative mindset, but it's not pleasant and you don't feel good about it. With this Ace of Wands here, yet again, there's something new that's on the horizon. New on the horizon, Gemini. There's somebody here for you, some sort of new passion that you find, and you're just like, wow, this is taking me, this is really cool that I'm having this experience. But at the same time, there's some sort of delay, or you're fearing some sort of new thing, a new passion, new enterprise, a new relationship. It's something that you're fearing because you don't want to, I guess, be in some sort of delay, I guess. But the Strength card here is kind of like, with the Judgment here, it's kind of like, okay, I need to get to work. I need to get to work. I realize that there's some sort of failure to finding happiness, or there's some sort of separation that need to be happen here. You're feeling weak, or you're not feeling like what you used to be, or some sort of possible loss of goods. You might have to separate somebody who's the caretaker, or some sort of caretaker, and you're really contemplating on leaving them, but at the same time, it's kind of like you're having this fear of doing that. But tarot's definitely saying, like, have that spiritual power overcoming your material power. Love over hate wins these wars. The higher nature over cardinal desires wins these type of wars. You might have to find the strength to leave something behind. This is a general reading. This can go for anybody. With the Three of Swords in the reversal, with the Ace of Wands that's clarified here, it's just kind of like you got to take better care of yourself, because there is, even though there's these new passions and these new enterprises and new projects here, it's like you have to leave something behind, which will cause great pain, and you really have to take care of yourself in order to do it. For others, this could possibly mean something that has really hurt you, some sort of confusion that has happened about some new things that are coming in. You're a little bit confused about them. But the Four of Swords in the reverse, clarifying in this Eight of Air energy, it's just kind of like that Four of Swords in the reverse is kind of like you're feeling you're feeling really restless because of the fact that you're feeling imprisoned. You're feeling like the pressures are really on you, and it's like, I really do feel like I have a qualified success in being unbound in this situation, but circumstances you feel like are keeping you bound or caged in to some capacity. This Emperor in reverse with the Five of Earth is like someone who's extremely petty, someone who's like really emotionally imbalanced, someone who's like really acts like a child all the time, who has to have the last word. someone who's just like, really emotionally immature. Um, so it's like you have this great new alliance. You could regain power in a marriage or some kind of like new abundance that occurs, but you don't want emotional immaturity to, really get in the way of what really is prosperous for you, because you're called, there's some sort of delay, deception, sorrow that's creating now like this place of I need peace um, within yourself now, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Nine of Water here in the reverse. It's just kind of like, yet again, someone who's kind of like being immature. They're not really mature in their thoughts. Someone who just likes to play around, I guess. Also, this could mean someone who's a big gambler, a big speculator, someone who likes to really speculate things. It's not really the truth, but they kind of just go off with what they speculate, and it's kind of like, wait, that's really not what it is kind of energy. Like if you get more information on it, you'll see that it's not really the case, and this is where you're making your mistakes. Some sort of mistakes, or yet again, overindulgence, not really making wise decisions. You're speculating everything is fine and it's not. Okay, so just really go into that spirit advice energies here. Really like take care of yourself, or this confusion for these new passions that you're having. Don't be confused about it. Don't be doubtful about it. Take some time off. Rest up, because there are new passions available here. But it's just like you might need the strength to either leave something behind, if it's addictions for some, if others, like say if you're drinking too much, say if you're going out like 5 times a week, maybe go out once a week, you know what I mean? Just whatever the case is that's weakening you at the same time, you just kind of gotta put a little, like really restrict yourself sometimes. So that is your reading for this week. This is just a general reading. If this didn't apply, then, if you're looking for a personal reading, just give me a holler. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.